Hey guys, it is me again. Uh, Guys, I just wanted to make a kind of a second part video, I guess, to my vid that if you guys seen my vid for tonight, my day 207, I think it was vid. Um, you know that I was talking about uh, some of the problems that I'm having, and I just want I asked you guys for prayer. Um, I guess I just felt like I didn't get because of my time crunch and everything with that vid, I just didn't feel, I guess, like I got to, um, I don't know, explain myself or just ask you guys sincerely enough. Um, but I just can't stress how much, guys, that I do need your prayers right now. Like I said, um, you know, which it encourages me in one way, to know, like Jeff has always said, uh, when the devil's attacking you, that shows you're over the right spot. That shows you that you're dropping your bombs on the target. Um, and man, I tell you, just here in the last month or so, uh, the devil has attacked me more. Make sure I have my mic turned the right way. The devil's attacked me more just in the last month. And in the last month or so, I have seen more spiritual growth. I've seen the Lord move more in the last month in my life and in my church than I have, in the ever how long I've been pastor of the church since Easter, and been preaching since last November. Uh, you know, so that's why I know it's the devil. I know it's the devil attacking me. But it's just, guys, my flesh, it's weak. I don't know, you know, even in my mind and in my spirit, I know that the Lord's going to get me through these things. It's just, you get tired. Just like, I just get tired of not necessarily just me, just like my dad. I get tired of him having to put up with this stuff. He's getting attacked too. He's getting attacked, which, he's helping me with the church. He's I'm really proud of him. I'm so proud of him, the way he's helped me with everything in the church, and he's always willing to just go and help. And I couldn't do it without him. Maybe that's why the devil's attacking him too. But like I said, I just it gets discouraging, to see him attacked. Just like with this guy I was telling you about on this 4-wheeler deal. I'm telling you guys, this guy's just, I don't know. I don't know if he's just pure evil or he's a nutcase. Like I said, and see, I didn't know this. Dad didn't tell me this till today. Dad don't tell me a lot of things because he knows how, I guess, excited I get, especially if it's got to do with him. That's one thing I've never tolerated is people, and I don't care who it is or who they are or how much money they've spent with me. If somebody comes in there and they say something to Dad or they say something about Dad, I do not tolerate that. I tell them to hit the street, and to be honest about it, if they say too much more, I put them out on the street. If I have to throw them out on the street, I do it. I mean, I just don't tolerate them disrespecting him. So I guess that's why he didn't tell me. See, I didn't know nothing about this guy calling him a liar on the phone the day he talked to him and told him that what was wrong with his 4-wheeler. This guy comes up to calling him a liar and cussing and vamping and going on, and he didn't tell me about this the other day. But like I said, guys, it just I tell you, I mean, this stuff just, and maybe it bothers me because I've never had it happen before. Like I said, was saying in my other vid, we've been in business 15 years, 15 and a half years. This is the first time we've ever had anything like this happen. My friend that was here a while ago was talking, and he actually, when he first got out of technical school to be a mechanic, he worked at the local place up here. It's actually our local, I guess you'd call it. It's the place that everybody talks about. It's the place that rips everybody off. The place that charges, $1,500 for things I do for $200. That kind of stuff. he worked for them. And that's what he was talking about. He said, you know, when I worked up there, he said, I remember the manager of the place. He said it was every week, every month at least. He said, you know, he was going to court, you know, over somebody suing them over something. And he said, you know, most garages are like that. And I said, well, you know, we're not. We've been here 15 and a half years. We've never had a complaint. An official complaint. I mean, you know, you're going to have some people. You can't satisfy everybody. I found that out in this world. Some people are just crazy. I don't care what you do. I don't care how much you try to help somebody. You know, just like the deal on this four-wheeler. You know, the guy brings it in. We take it apart. Of course, we could see where somebody else had already been in it. I think the guy, I'll be honest, I think the guy set us up. I think the guy brought the four-wheeler in knowing that the part was broke, because I think him or somebody else had been in it, and they brought it in, and then because you know, that's not a normal response. When he called that day, or Dad called him, whichever one, I don't remember, and told him that this piece was broken, the carburetor, you know, most people would say, really? Now what? Now what are you talking about? Really? How much is that going to cost? Or, you know, what is it again? You know, that's the response they have. They don't, buddy, you're a effing liar, or whatever this guy said to Dad. You know, that's not a normal response. So, you know, which Dad said now, looking back, he said little red flags did kind of, you know, wave. But, you know, he said, you know, I've had people get excited with me on the phone before. He said, I just don't pay any attention to it. I think this guy set us up. I mean, I think he knew that this was wrong with a four-wheeler. And, you know, it's an expensive repair. Well, like I said, $500 and some. He said, I'll hang this bunch right here with it. I'll take it down there and blame it on them, and I'll get my four-wheeler fixed. You know, I've heard of that happening. I actually had a guy try to do that to me on a motorcycle wheel back a couple years ago. He brought a wheel in off of a bike, and he brought me a wheel. When I first looked at it, I thought something wasn't right, because he was wanting a tire put on this wheel, and the tire he was putting on it looked worse than the one he was taking off. And I said, what's the purpose here? You know, he had already left. He dropped it off and left. Well, when I picked the wheel up, I mean, just picked it up from him leaning it up against the shop, I seen a big scratch in it. A big scratch 3 inches down in it, just, you know, a horrible scratch, you know, taking the paint off. Well, I didn't think anything of it. I went and changed the tire, rolled it back out there, and when this guy comes and picks the wheel up and tire, he picks it straight up, rolls the tire around, you know, looking for this bad spot, finds it, points at it and goes, who scratched my wheel? And I said, buddy, you must have, is all I can know. I didn't do it. It was scratched when it come in. Well, anyway, this guy, we argued and went on a little bit, and I basically told him that we would have to get out and fight in the middle of the street before I could buy him a wheel, you know, that I didn't scratch it, and he could just, you know, like it or lump it. Well, anyway, this guy argued for a few minutes, saying he wasn't going to get anywhere, and finally just said, well, how much do I owe you? I told him nothing. I said, you don't owe me anything, just leave and don't ever come back. That guy was trying to set me up. He scratched his wheel taking it off, and he figured, he said, I'll take it to a shop, you know, somewhere that's got insurance or something, and, you know, I'll buck them and they'll buy me a wheel. And I think that's what this guy's doing on this four-wheeler. I really do. You know, I hate to tell him, you know, he's picked the wrong bunch, because I will fight it. You know, I've done nothing wrong. If I do something wrong, I don't care. You know, but just pray for me, guys. The point I'm trying to get at. Pray for me. Like I said, guys, I've been attacked by the devil before, but man, I just tell you, it's just about to get to me. And you know, with this, like I said, it hurts my dad. You know, even having to deal with people like this. You know, I'm telling you, this guy's of the devil, man. Like I told you a while ago in my other vid, if you guys seen it, no joke, his phone number is 0666. That's the last 4 digits of his phone number. And, which I know, you know, that seems like an awful big coincidence to me is what I'm trying to say. But guys, pray for me. That's why I'm making another vid here. Pray for me, guys. I seriously, I don't know how much more I can take. You know, I know the Lord will never let more be put on us than what we can bear, but I feel like I'm at my breaking point right now. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching this, and thanks for praying for me, and I'll talk to you guys later.